In the world of armored warfare, the trend has long been bigger is better. The American M1A2 Abrams SEPV-3 weighs in at a staggering 73 tons, while the German Leopard 2A7 Plus pushes the limits of bridge crossing capabilities. However, in the mountainous archipelago of Japan, weight is not an advantage. It is a death sentence. The Type 10, often referred to as the Hitomaru, is Japan's fourth-generation masterpiece. For the Japanese audience, this tank isn't just a weapon. It is the pinnacle of monozukuri, the traditional Japanese art of making things, applied to the harsh reality of national survival. It represents a delicate balance between lethal efficiency and the geographical constraints of a nation defined by its volcanic peaks and narrow coastal plains. The most striking figure for any Japanese defense observer is 84%. That is the percentage of Japan's 17,900 bridges that the Type 10 can cross safely. In contrast, its predecessor, the Type 90, could only navigate 65%, effectively trapping it in the northern plains of Hokkaido. At a combat weight of just 44 to 48 tons, the Type 10 is a lightweight heavyweight. It was designed from the ground up to fit the narrow tunnels and winding mountain roads of Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. For the Japanese public, the Type 10 represents a shift from Cold War static defense to a modern, highly mobile force capable of rapid deployment by commercial trailers and rail across the entire islands. This strategic mobility ensures that the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force can concentrate armor at any threatened point on the coast within hours, a feat impossible for the heavy main battle tanks of the West. Observation of the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. Fuji Firepower Review reveals that the crowd favorite is always the Type 10's active hydropneumatic suspension. While international critics might call it complex, Japanese engineers consider it essential. Japan is 70% mountainous. In a conventional tank, if the enemy is at the bottom of a steep valley, the crew must drive to the very edge of a ridge to aim down, exposing the entire hull to return fire. The Type 10 kneels. By lowering its front and raising its rear, it achieves a massive degree of gun depression while staying hidden behind the ridgeline in a hull-down position. This maneuver allows the Type 10 to act as a mountain sniper, using the terrain as its primary shield and making it nearly impossible to hit from a distance. The suspension also acts as a massive stabilizer, allowing the tank to maintain a level hull while traversing uneven ground, ensuring the main gun remains locked on target even at high speeds. Beyond its suspension, the Type 10's performance stems from the precision of Japanese automotive excellence. It features a water-cooled V8 diesel engine producing 1,200 horsepower, but the true marvel is its continuously variable transmission, or CVT. Unlike traditional tanks that shift through gears, the Type 10's CVT allows it to accelerate smoothly and, uniquely, to travel at 70 kilometers per hour in both forward and reverse. In a tactical retreat or a repositioning maneuver, the ability to back away at full speed without turning the hull, and thus keeping the strongest armor facing the enemy, is a life-saving advantage. This engineering choice reflects a deep understanding of modern high-intensity conflict, where the first to stop moving is often the first to be destroyed. For a tech-savvy nation like Japan, the Type 10's network system is its true heart. It is often described as a smartphone on tracks. In the 2026 operational environment, a lone tank is a target, but the Type 10 never fights alone. Its command, control, communication, computer, and intelligence system allows a platoon of 4 tanks to synchronize their sensors in real time. If one tank spots a target through a tree line, the coordinates instantly appear on the gunner's display in every other tank in the unit. This integrated fire control is a point of immense pride, reflecting Japan's lead in sensors and data processing to ensure that despite having a smaller tank fleet than its neighbors, the force maintains a qualitative overmatch. This digital backbone also allows for seamless cooperation with the infantry and even unmanned aerial vehicles, creating a multi-layered defensive web that is greater than the sum of its parts. As of the fiscal year 2026 defense budget, the Japanese Ministry of Defense has earmarked record funding of 9.04 trillion Japanese yen to address the new era of warfare seen in recent global conflicts. The Type 10 is evolving rapidly to meet these threats. Recent operational requirements suggest the integration of specialized electronic warfare suites and 30mm remote weapon stations to counter kamikaze unmanned aerial vehicles that have redefined the modern battlefield. While many Western tanks still rely on a human loader, the Type 10's indigenous autoloader consistently clocks a 4-second reload cycle. In a high-intensity engagement, being able to fire 3 rounds before an enemy can fire 2 is the difference between life and death. Furthermore, the modular ceramic composite armor, made of specialized Nano-Crystal Steel by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, allows the tank to shed weight without sacrificing protection. This armor can be removed or added in blocks, allowing the tank to be transported at its lightest weight and then up-armored once it reaches the front lines. The 120mm main gun, produced by Japan Steel Works, is another testament to the nation's metallurgical heritage. Utilizing high-pressure chrome lining and advanced steel alloys, it can fire the Type 10 APFSDS round, which is specifically designed to defeat the heavy explosive reactive armor found on modern Continental tanks. The precision of this weapon, combined with a sophisticated fire control system that accounts for wind, humidity, and even the curvature of the Earth, ensures a high first-round hit probability at ranges exceeding 3,000 meters. For the Japanese audience, this is a continuation of the samurai spirit, the perfect blade, wielded with perfect discipline. There is a recurring debate online regarding the Type 10 versus South Korea's K2 Black Panther. While the K2 is a magnificent machine designed for export and open plains, the Type 10 remains the superior choice for the specific geography of Japan. It is a bespoke suit versus an off-the-rack garment. The Type 10 was not built to dominate the deserts of the Middle East or the steppes of Europe. It was built to navigate the rice paddies, the cedar forests, and the narrow streets of a mountainous island nation. For the Japanese audience, the Type 10 is a symbol of defensive elegance. It is fast, reaching 70 kilometers per hour in both directions. It is fully connected, and most importantly, it can go where no other tank on Earth can. Currently, the fleet stands at approximately 148 units, with unit costs estimated at around $10.2 million according to recent contracts. As Japan continues to navigate the complex geopolitical waters of the 21st century, the Type 10 stands as a silent, dancing guardian of the nation's peace, heading toward a long-term goal of over 300 units to secure the nation's future and maintain the balance of power in East Asia.